Hi, my name is Siri. What is your name?
My name is IELTS.EZ.
Do you like traveling?
Oh, I love traveling. In fact, I'm kind of obsessed with going to different places, seeing new things and meeting new people.
In which season do you prefer to travel?
I actually don't have any preference about which season is better, and in my opinion, each season has its unique beauty, and it really depends on the destination I'm traveling to as well. Some might be more gorgeous in a specific time of the year, and some might not.
Would you say your country is a good place for tourists to visit?
I suppose Vietnam is quite an attractive destination. I mean, we have quite a number of excellent tourist attractions across the country. We have a long coastline with lovely coastal towns and sandy beaches. We also have extensive and extraordinary cave systems that await explorers around the world to visit. And of course, our large and vibrant cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are packed with fun activities to try and interesting things to see. So yes, I would say that Vietnam is a pretty decent tourist destination.
What do you do to relax?
There are many different things I could do to relax, from reading to playing computer games. But oddly enough, the thing I find most relaxing, and I always do during weekends, is motorbike racing. Illegal motorbike racing, of course. I often organize large-scale street races at weekends to both relax and raise money for local charity.
What did you do to relax when you were a child?
I used to stay at home and read tons of books. I was a bookworm at that time, and knowledge was the only thing that eased my mind. But now I'm kinda embarrassed every time I think about my childhood, regretting all the thrilling activities that I could have done to relax instead.
Do you like parties?
Yeah, I'm famous for being a party animal. I remember the time when I got admitted to university. I was so happy and excited that I partied all week long with all of my friends and relatives.
Is there any kind of party that you would not like to go to?
Well, off the top of my head, no. No, I can't think of any party that I don't want to go to. To me, they're just irresistible.
Who do you think like parties more, young people or old people?
Well, in my experience, everybody likes to party equally, but they just party in different ways. Old people's parties are more like meetings or gatherings, and much less intense compared to the vibrant and noisy parties of youngsters. And I think we all love to party because we love gathering and seeing the others and, of course, having social interactions.
Now let's move on to part 2. Describe a time that a child did something that made you laugh. You should say when this happened, who the child was, what the child did, and explain why it was funny.
I have gone through various fun and happy moments in my life, and quite often they make me smile and enjoy life a lot more. But there was this one occasion when I felt so happy and hilarious at the same time that I could not help but laugh like an insane person for nearly half an hour. That was when my niece spoke her first few words during our family visit about 2 or 3 years ago in Vietnam. Well, the story's like this. During my holiday in Vietnam, our family decided to pay a visit to my sister and her daughter. We went to her house, which was not too far away from ours, and had a lovely dinner there. And after the dinner, we gathered around the baby and played with her for about 15 minutes or so. And my niece was about 1 year old, so we were expecting her to speak her first words. And of course, we all tried really, really hard to teach her how to pronounce simple words like mum or dad. We tried so many times, but she wasn't concentrating on us. So my sister was like, "Hey, darling, say mama. Say mama, darling. Say mama, you cute little baby." But the baby just didn't say anything and focused on her toy instead. And then after about 10 minutes of trying and failing, my sister was so angry and impatient that she shouted out loud, "Say mama, you stupid bastard!" And all of a sudden, the baby was startled by my sister's yelling. She turned to my sister and yelled back at her, "You stupid bastard!" And that was the moment all of us burst out laughing hysterically for more than 20 minutes. We couldn't even stop to wipe our tears. We felt so happy that our niece could finally speak out her first words. But we also felt so hilarious that her first 3 words were, "You stupid bastard." And to be honest, that was one of that was the that was the best family moment that I've ever had in my life.
Why do some adults miss their childhood?
I think people will have many personal reasons why they miss the time when they were small. But I think one of the most obvious reasons is that childhood is the time when a person is pure and innocent and does not have to worry about life and all of its complications. It is arguably the happiest and most joyful period of time for most of us. Another reason might be that some of us, during our childhood, might have a chance to see the elderly family members and relatives, especially grandparents, before they pass away. So yeah, I think those are those are 2 most obvious reasons why some people miss their childhood.
Why do children feel happy easily?
Most children are taken care of by their parents, so I think they would more or less live in a carefree environment. By that I mean they do not have to worry about earning money and having to work hard or having responsibilities and duties, so on and so forth. And I suppose that's the reason why it is easier for children to feel happy.
In general, do children in Vietnam enjoy their childhoods?
It really depends on which generation we are talking about. And I mean it because the answer would vary according to different generation. I wouldn't think the childhood of my parents was enjoyable because they grew up in the middle of the war and had so many things to worry about. They also had to work really hard. I mean, work physically to find food. Otherwise, they would starve to death. But then the childhood of my generation is quite relaxed. We were born in the right time. We didn't have to worry a bit about bombs and guns, and we were under no financial pressure either. I think our childhood is the most enjoyable compared to the others. And if we're talking about the current generation, I wouldn't be confident that they're having fun and enjoying their lives. It is simply because their parents have great expectations about their academic achievements, and they're forced to study really, really hard and have no time to relax. It's just really stressful for them. So again, I couldn't give you a general answer to the question, but we need to be more specific about the details of which generation we're talking about.
What's the best stage in one's life in your opinion?
I would confidently say that the best time in our life is when we are still students. I mean, we have so many fun things to do during this stage. We have thousands of opportunities to make new friends and establish connections and learn what we'd love to know. And we are still under great protection of our parents. This stage also has an excellent balance between responsibility and enjoyment. I mean, compared to adulthood, in which it is all about being on your own, taking care of yourself, and having burden put on your shoulder. Compared to that, childhood and teenagehood are so much better in various aspects that I do not have enough time to explain. But yeah, to be honest, if I had a choice, I would choose to never grow up and stay young and playful and foolish forever.